What is going on, team, and welcome back to another video. In this video I am going to be breaking down the ICT Judas Swing and when I believe you should look for it. We had a perfect example of a Judas Swing this morning, so we are also going to review that trade. So the Judas Swing is essentially a manipulation move, and I can try to explain it to the people who don't already know what it is from this picture that I drew here. So on this drawn out chart, we have buy side liquidity, which in this case is the drawn liquidity. And we have equal lows down here as sell side liquidity. And then what the Judas Swing is again, it is a manipulation move. So once we move up towards the drawn liquidity, we have this huge move down that takes out sell side liquidity only to go towards the drawn liquidity again. And this right here is what we would call the Judas Swing. It is a manipulation move to stop out all the traders that went long here, right? So it runs down, takes out sell side liquidity, and then runs towards the buy side liquidity again. And I will go over when you should look for this exact move. So 9:30 is, in my opinion, the best time to be looking for a Judas Swing. If you're not familiar with the 9:30, what happens during 9:30 is that we have the New York Stock Exchange opening bell. And with that opening bell often comes a lot of volume, and that opening bell often acts as a Judas Swing. So it will go take out, in this case, sell side liquidity, and then run towards buy side. And that move is what we call the Judas Swing. So if the 9:30 opening bell takes out liquidity, you can expect a move in the opposite direction. And I had a trade this morning that is a perfect example of the 9:30 Judas Swing. So the 9:30 opening bell is one of the best times to be looking for a Judas Swing. The other time that I would look for a Judas Swing is when we have a higher time frame candle opening. So usually I will do it with the 4-hour candles. So what often happens when we have a 4-hour candle opening is that before we get the initial move in the direction intended, we get a small pullback. So if you open up a higher time frame chart like the 4-hour chart, and we have a candle closure like this, often we will have a small pullback at candle opening and then get that bullish momentum. So this small wick right here is the Judas Swing, right? That is the manipulation move. Every higher time frame candle, well, 99% of the time, we will have a small pullback before heading in the intended direction. And those are really the only times that I will be looking for a Judas Swing. So again, at 9:30 and every new 4-hour candle opening. So at 10 a.m. Of course, there are other times when the 4-hour candle opens, but 10 a.m. is when I usually trade it. So let's go ahead and review some trades off an actual chart. So here we have a perfect example of a new 4-hour candle opening at 10 a.m. We are at 9:50 right now, and we have some obvious relative equal lows down here. So when the new 4-hour candle open happens, which is right here, 10 a.m., new 4-hour candle opening, we go down, sweep sell side, and then we move up, right? So this is a perfect example of a Judas Swing. Again, we have the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle opening, therefore we can expect a Judas Swing, which is exactly what happened. We swept sell side only to go higher. And now I'm going to show you an example of the 9:30 opening bell. Now keep in mind that I do not condone anyone actually trading the impact of the 9:30 opening bell, even though it may seem tempting. I would much rather you wait until the opening bell has finished and then look for a trade in the opposite direction. So we have buy side liquidity here, and we have the 9:30 on the next candle. And as you can see, we rally straight to the buy side only to then drop lower again. So the 9:30 opening bell acted as a Judas Swing, meaning that it was a manipulation move to the upside, and then the distribution, or the real move, is to the downside. And this is something that you will see a lot of times during the 9:30 opening bell. Even though ICT says not to trade between 9:30 and 10 a.m., I have to disagree because I find a lot of my winning setups with this Judas Swing, and I really see no reason not to trade it. So this was just one example of the 9:30 opening bell. Here we have another example of the new 4-hour candle opening, which is at 10 a.m. So as I just told you, at 10 a.m. on the very next candle, we have the new 4-hour candle opening, and therefore we can expect a Judas Swing or a manipulation move. So let me show you exactly what happened. So 10 a.m. we come down, we sweep sell side, and then we rally, right? Now this is also why ICT teaches the silver bullet at 10 to 11 a.m. That is because he wants you to trade this move, right? The distribution after the 10 a.m. manipulation move. So as you can see right here, we have a perfect silver bullet, 10 a.m. liquidity sweep, fair value gap, right? And that is exactly why ICT teaches the silver bullet, because of that 4 candle opening manipulation. So this was the trade that I placed today. I came in with a bearish bias, and I believe that these relative equal lows was the next drawn liquidity. So right here at 9:30, we had the opening bell, and that did not sweep the sell side liquidity, but it instead took the low resistance liquidity that was here, right? We had low resistance liquidity here. And I was expecting this whole move to be a manipulation move. And then what happened? So I based my entry on this trade off of this bear breaker block here, right? We had a closure below the swing low. But in order for me to actually find this a very valid bearish breaker block, this had to be a down close candle, and it was not, right? But I am fine with that, especially when it overlaps with an order block like this. Something that I want you to do is look for overlapping models, right? So right here, I have somewhat of a breaker block. I have an order block, and I have an inversion fair value gap, right? So that is 3 overlapping models. So my entry was here, my stop was right there, and my target was this obvious swing low down here. It was a beautiful trade, and somebody actually told me that ICT plays the exact same trade. So that is, you know, validation right there. But great trade nonetheless. Again, 9:30 Judas swing to the upside, and then that distribution moved down towards sell side liquidity. And that was really it for today. It was a short video, but I believe it has a lot of valuable information. The Judas swing is something that I utilize all the time on the markets, and I understand a lot of people are not familiar with the Judas swing and what it actually means. So hopefully I cleared things up in this video, exactly when you need to look for it and what it is. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.